everyone, it's Rita with Everything Homemade, and oh man, I cannot wait to show you this simple dessert. And you know me, I like things simple and delicious and healthy all at the same time. I wanted to satisfy my craving for dessert. I mean, you know exactly what I mean. Sometimes you just want to have some dessert and you want to have it now. And what I like to do is I like to keep about 12 of these in the freezer at all times because I can eat this dessert frozen, but I can also completely thaw it out at the same time. It requires only 3 ingredients for the base recipe, and I'm going to make that base recipe for you today. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how to jazz it up so you can keep it really simple, or you can really jazz this up, and guests are going to be blown away about how they don't know how simple it is to make. Okay, it requires no sugar. We're not adding any honey, any agave, like nothing, no sugar at all added into this. So this is really good for carnivores, anyone going on keto diet, or like me, it's just a plainly delicious dessert that doesn't require it to be super sweet. And just these ingredients together just taste delicious. So before I make this, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for my subscribers who always turn on my videos and watch it. And I also want to mention that I'm a cookbook author. My cookbooks are on Amazon, so you can check out Everything Stevia, and you can also check out Everything Whole Wheat Sourdough Cookbook. If you want more information about them in detail, definitely you can go on Amazon and find them. You can also go to everything-homemade.com. That's my website. Click on cookbooks, and there is a detailed description about them with pictures and some videos, so you know exactly what they're about. I am also a fiction author, so definitely check out my fiction books on my website or on Amazon as well. Everything will be in the description box below in a little bit more detail, but the website is the best place to check them out, and there is links to Amazon from there. So now it's time to make this delicious dessert. And in fact, I don't even know really what to call it. Let's just call it a creamy cream cheese frozen dessert. Let's just go with that. It requires cream cheese, whipped cream, and salt. That is it. And so the only thing you can do, change it up, is you can use yogurt cream cheese. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here, because I technically don't ever have cream cheese in the house, but I make homemade yogurt. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to do that. Now, if you have cream cheese in the house, go right ahead and use that. I'm just going to show you how to make the yogurt cream cheese really quick, and then we will carry on. To make the yogurt cream cheese, you need 750 milliliters of either Greek yogurt or plain yogurt. Biggest key is don't use flavored, use plain. Now I have it set up here, but basically you get a pot, and then you have a strainer right here. Put that over the top of your pot. Take a cheesecloth, or in this case I just used a tea towel, and what you would do is take this, pour this entire container right into it, and then I just place the lid onto the pot like that. And what I do is I just wrap it up and then shove it into the corner and leave it for 12 hours. So I usually do this just before I go to bed. That way in the morning it's ready to go. And what it does is that all the whey comes out of the yogurt and goes into the bottom of your pot. So now you are left with beautiful yogurt cream cheese in your tea towel or cheesecloth. So that's how simple it is. And like I said, all you would do is take your yogurt that you would buy or make and do this. And why I like doing this over buying cream cheese is that there's no additives or preservatives at all in it, and that's the reason why I don't buy cream cheese, because there's too much garbage in the cream cheese. And this is just really simple because I already make homemade yogurt. Why not make homemade cream cheese as well? So I'm going to just measure out how much this is, because whenever I make this recipe, I always just eyeball it. Like, I never measure anything. So I figured for you guys today, we should probably measure this. And when I'm writing my cookbooks, I have to measure everything. But when I'm not writing my cookbooks, guess what? I just Hershby-dershby it. So let's just change the units here. Let's go to grams. And what we're going to do here, I'm just going to zero that. There we go. Okay. Then you just take this whole thing out, and it just kind of comes right off the cheesecloth, just like that. And then what you do is just go to the sink, rinse this out, and it cleans up really, really beautifully. Okay, so what do we got going here? We have 228 grams. So that's what you would need if you were doing store-bought cream cheese. So there you go. So one container turns into 228 grams of yogurt cream cheese. So let's turn that off, set that aside. Now let's get our bowl and let's just put that into here, just like that. Now this is our first ingredient. Now let's work on our second ingredient. Our second ingredient is heavy cream because we need to turn this into whipped cream. So I have 2 cups of heavy cream. So now let's whip that into whipped cream. Okay, there you have it, some beautiful whipped cream. So let's get our bowl back here. Now what I want to do is add all this whipped cream with my cream cheese. Now I just want to mix it up. What I like about it is the yogurt cream cheese adds a little bit of tartness in with the cream, in with the whipped cream. And it really gives a beautiful flavor in the mouth. This is like my go-to dessert. Now, we gotta remember that this is gonna make between 12 to 14 desserts. So you wanna eat all this at once. So don't go, whoa, that's a lot of whipped cream for one serving. No, 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 no. This is, it makes like 12 to 15 servings, depending on what you're putting them in. So don't panic. Okay, you got it good and mixed. Then we're gonna add in our last ingredients, which is salt. Now, I have Redmond sea salt, and this is really important to understand, is that Redmond sea salt here has all the minerals in it. I nickname it sweet salt. So you're going to add in the salt, but because this is a very sweeter tasting salt, because it's not altered, it actually makes this dessert have almost a natural salty sweet because of the salt that we're using. Isn't that cool? I think that's like absolutely cool. So what I would recommend is that if you're using just table salt that's been bleached really white, you definitely do not want to use the same amount of salt that I'm going to be putting into here. It would be sickly salty. I would highly recommend you to get like a Redmond sea salt or any other salt that has full minerals, like a Himalayan, to use in this in particular. Otherwise, it's just gonna be so salty, and you're not gonna have that same sweet salty effect that I'm going to get here. Now, everybody's taste buds are a little different when it comes to salt. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of salt in here. I always start with a half a teaspoon. Mix it up really good, and then you really want to taste it. Is it salty enough? Does it have that wonderful sweet, salty undertones that I am looking for? So I mix that in, and the reason that I add in also a half a teaspoon is that I always eyeball this when I'm making it. So sometimes maybe I might have a little bit more yogurt cream cheese because my container was a little fuller or something like that, and or maybe I have a little less whipped cream one time but the same amount of yogurt cream cheese. This recipe, as you can hear, is really forgiving. I mean, if you don't have a total of 2 cups heavy cream, you have 1.5, add that in. Like, it just does, it will always work. The flavor of the cream cheese will be just a little more intense, but let's just taste that. Yeah, definitely tastes good, but I want a little more salt. So I'm actually gonna add in another half a teaspoon because I definitely want a little bit on the saltier, sweeter side, is what my taste buds like. And so let's just try that again. Perfect. Perfect. So for me, I really like a teaspoon of salt in here. Again, you can put as much or as little as you want. And that is it, you guys. Done. Now, what really makes this dessert look great, I mean, we eat with our eyes, right? What our eyes see really anticipates the taste in our mouth. So we want to make this pretty. And so what I like to do is I bought these off Amazon, and this one is roses. This is actually soap silicone molds. You can also go on large chocolate molds. That comes up too on an Amazon search. But you can have all different kinds. I got flowers here because I like flowers. They're not that expensive. I mean, I'm not buying the most expensive silicone molds. I think I bought a set of 3 for under 20 bucks Canadian, but I use them all the time. So for me, it was well worth it. So I just put them onto a cutting board like this. So when I put them into the freezer, I'm not putting them in the freezer like this and they're kind of floppy. The cutting board holds them steady in the freezer, so it just freezes them nicely. Once they're done freezing, then of course you can transfer them into a container or something like that. So I have them like that, and then what I'm going to do is just get something to scoop my ingredients into here. And you don't need to oil this, you don't need to do anything else to this. Once it's 100% frozen, so make sure you wait 24 hours. Once it's 100% frozen, they literally just pop out so beautifully. So just put this in here, and what I like to do, and I like to just kind of move it around with my spoon. That way it gets into all the crevices and you get such a beautiful pattern on top after. And just need a little bit more in this one. My scoop was a little too big, so I put it into the other one. And you want to just look like that. Beautiful. So once again, get this one in. And if it gets a little too full, like this one here, just take some out. There you go. All right. And this is the bottom here, so I mean, you can make it absolutely perfect, but you don't really have to. And then I am just going to fill all of these. And like I said, this recipe makes 12 to 15 of these, and each one of these is a portion, which is just perfect. It gives that wonderful creaminess, sweetness. It satisfies your cravings for a really nice dessert without a ton of calories, but also it has some fat in this dessert, so it controls your blood sugar as well. So it's a win-win. Like, you're satisfying everything, plus you're giving your body something it can use, but in a really delicious way. So I'm going to continue this, and I'll see you back once I have these all full. So there you have it. They're all full. So what I'm going to do is just place this in my freezer just as is. I'm just going to find a spot in my chest freezer to balance it, let it freeze for 24 hours, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. We'll pop some out, and I'm going to show you how to turn this simple dessert into either eating it just as is or how to really jazz this up so it's a wow factor for company. 24 hours later, they are right frozen, and let's make some desserts now. So I'm gonna show you 6 different ways. So let's see here. Let's pop one out first so you can see how easy they pop out. Look at that. You see that? How simple it is? Comes out absolutely clean. Let's just take a bowl here and let's just place this in the bowl. So I just grab it and it comes out so beautifully. So let's look at that a little closer. Look at that. Look at the design. Isn't that spectacular? Okay, so let's work with this one for a moment. I'm gonna put that right in the middle. Now, you could serve it just like that. Sometimes I just pop it out, and you know what? For myself, I will just put it in a bowl and I will eat it like that. Frozen, like this is, I just took these out of the freezer. So let me show you. This has been taken out of the freezer literally like 60 seconds before I started filming here. And if I just wiggle it back and forth, it breaks apart pretty easily. And so you can eat this right out of the freezer, and it is absolutely delicious, like absolutely delicious, so creamy, rich, and satisfying. So you can definitely just enjoy it like this. So I'm gonna set it aside. So that's number 1 option. Number 2 option, let's get a little fancier here, okay? I have some blend up strawberry right here. All I did was put whole strawberries in here and just hand blend it smooth, really nice and smooth. I did the same thing for mango. So I had some mango in the freezer, I thawed it out, and this blended smooth, just like that. Let's play with this. So let's say I put a little bit of mango right here, okay? You don't need tons, but just a little bit, just like that. Just kind of like this, so it looks perfect in the bottom of my bowl, just like that. And let's pop another one out. Let's go with a rose. Oh. Okay, so let's take that rose and let's put that right in the middle, just like that, and leave it like that. Look how beautiful that looks. So now when you take your fork through this, you pick up some of that mango with the creaminess and the richness of this dessert, and oh my word, it is so good. But it adds just another dimension. It looks fantastic when you serve it just because of the color, and it is just gorgeous. So one more simple ingredient and done. An absolutely fantastic dessert. Okay, let's do another one. So this one here, I'm gonna show you it with just strawberry. So let's put a little bit of strawberry at the bottom, just so you can see another fruit. And like I said, you don't need tons of fruit. It's just to add another flavor, a little bit of sauciness with it. And then let's add another one of these right in the middle. So I mean, really, you could take this one here and this one here and serve it to your guests. Do you want strawberry or do you want mango? And look how gorgeous it looks. Beautiful. So let's say you want to even do both strawberry and mango. Take a look at this. And remember, you could use mango, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry. It doesn't matter. You could do any fruit. And let's do half and half. Just like that. Give it so it looks perfect. Like that. Awesome. Okay, let's pop out another one. Look at this beautiful sunflower. Right in the middle. Let's move it over just a little. Perfect. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh my word, doesn't that look absolutely stunning? This is what I love about this dessert. You don't need to add a lot of complicated ingredients to jazz this up. Oh, absolutely gorgeous, okay? The nice thing is too, is you can get this ready ahead of time because these can completely thaw and will still hold shape. It is an amazing dessert. Okay, let's set this one aside. Okay, I am having so much fun here. Okay, so let's now take the sauces away and let's do something a little bit different. I have here some cut up pistachios. Now, I like using pistachios because of the green color. It just looks so beautiful. So let's add a little pistachios. Let's pop out a rose. Let's put it on there, right in the middle. Kind of get some of the, if you got a pistachio that is really big, just kind of move the big ones out so it sits real nice. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so that looks really awesome. And you could just leave it like that. Just some nuts and some of this. So when you go down and you start eating this, it's creamy, it's got salty, it's got a little tang from the cream cheese, and then you pick up the crunchiness of the nuts. So you got crunchy, you got a little bit of sweet salty, you got creaminess, you hit all those notes. And you know what? Just adding those nuts once again makes this absolutely beautiful. So now we got 5 options. So the 6th option is, let's get these nuts back. I'm gonna do some more nuts. Just a nice little bit of pistachios. Again, remember, I mean, you can do any kind of nuts. I just love pistachios because it gives that green color. I'm gonna take away any of the big ones just in the center here so my dessert here sits flat. So let's do a sunflower one again. Here, let's place that in the middle. And now let's add a little bit of chocolate sauce. So I got a little bit of homemade chocolate sauce here. You can find this chocolate sauce in Everything Stevia, one of my cookbooks, in the Back to Basics section. It can be used actually for making homemade chocolate chips, sauces, bars, anything like that. This is what I am using right here. You can also purchase the Back to Basics section just by itself off the website as well. And that's an ebook, so it has all the recipes that are in the Everything Stevia cookbook, just the Back to Basics, and it'll show you how to make yogurt, how to make all these nut milks, dry things, anything back to basics, and this recipe is in there as well. So right now I'm going to take this chocolate sauce and I am just going to drizzle it over. I'm going to start here and just go over it like that. Perfect. So you can see that jazzes it up so beautifully. And what the world? Let's add number 7. Let's go all out here, okay, on number 7. Let's do it. So let's get a little mango. Let's get a little bit of strawberry. Let's do mango. Strawberry. Beautiful. Let's get our dessert. Let's get a little pistachios. Let's put that maybe, I don't want to go all over the place, but let's maybe just kind of do it on one side here, just like that. A little bit of crunch to it. Something like that. And then let's take a drizzle of chocolate sauce. And there you go. Everything there. Beautiful. And I mean, if you want to continue going on, let's just do number 8. I am just having so much fun here. Let's do number 8 here, and let's go chocolate. Let's take chocolate at the bottom for those chocoholics. Let's pop a rose out. Put that right in the middle. Done. So another gorgeous dessert. And you can definitely, you know, if you had a little more pistachios, you could Put some pistachios around this chocolate as well to give that crunch if you want. But these are all absolutely beautiful desserts that are so easy to make. So now let's just look at all these beautiful desserts. And I just want to say thank you for watching this, and let me know if you made this dessert. Let me know what you put with it. Be creative and just keep me posted. I love to hear from you. Remember, the cookbooks are available on Amazon, through our website as well, everything-homemade.com. And I just want to say once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.